For months, one constraint kept serious developers away from Grok build. Everything ran in the cloud. Every keystroke, every code snippet, every proprietary function routed through xAI's servers. For enterprise teams handling sensitive code bases, that was a deal breaker. No negotiation. In June 2025, xAI quietly shipped local execution support for Grok build, removing that cloud-only restriction entirely. It sounds like a minor infrastructure update. It's not. It's a strategic repositioning that puts xAI directly in the crosshairs of Cursor, Windsurf, and every AI-powered coding environment fighting for developer loyalty. Let's be precise about what changed. Previously, Grok build operated as a cloud-hosted agent. Your code context was sent to xAI's infrastructure, processed, and returned. Local execution flips that model. The AI reasoning still leverages Grok's models, but code execution, the actual running, testing, and building, happens on your machine. Your proprietary source code never leaves your environment. For a solo developer, that's convenient. For a Fortune 500 company with compliance requirements, HIPAA constraints, or classified projects, it's the difference between interesting toy and viable tool. This single change opens Grok build to entire market segments that were previously off-limits. The timing isn't accidental. Grok build's local execution launch coincides with Grok 4.5 reaching maturity, a model xAI explicitly tuned for coding and agentic workflows. According to xAI's own documentation, Grok 4.5 was designed to handle multi-step programming tasks, reading codebases, planning changes across multiple files, executing tests, and iterating on failures. This isn't autocomplete. It's closer to a junior developer that can follow complex instructions. Independent benchmarks from mid-2025 place Grok 4.5 competitively with Claude Sonnet 4 and GPT 4.1 on coding tasks, though performance varies significantly by language and task complexity. Here's where xAI's pricing model gets interesting. Grok 4.5 offers configurable reasoning effort, low, medium, and high. Low effort handles straightforward completions and simple refactors quickly and cheaply. High effort engages deeper chain of thought reasoning for architectural decisions and complex debugging. The base pricing sits at $2 per million input tokens and $6 per million output tokens. That's aggressive. For context, comparable models from competitors often run 3 to 10 times higher at their full reasoning tiers. The configurable approach means developers aren't paying for heavy computation when they're just asking for a function rename. Let's put real numbers on this. A development team of 10 engineers, each generating roughly 50 million tokens of input and 10 million tokens of output monthly, would spend approximately $1,300 per month on Grok 4.5 at base pricing. Comparable usage on Claude Sonnet 4 runs approximately 2 to 4,000. On GPT 4.1, the range widens further depending on configuration. These are estimates. Actual costs depend heavily on reasoning effort selection and workflow patterns. But the pricing signal from xAI is unmistakable. They're buying market share. Whether these rates are sustainable long-term remains an open question. The AI coding IDE space is crowded and moving fast. Cursor dominates mindshare among individual developers, with deep VS Code integration and multimodal support. Windsurf, from the Codium team, has carved out territory with its flow-based agentic approach. GitHub Copilot retains massive enterprise distribution through Microsoft's ecosystem. Grok build's differentiators are now threefold: local execution for privacy-sensitive work, aggressive pricing undercutting most competitors, and a model specifically tuned for agentic coding. Its weakness remains ecosystem maturity. Cursor has years of plugin development, community tooling, and workflow refinement that Grok build simply hasn't matched yet. xAI made a strategically shrewd decision. Rather than demanding developers abandon existing tools, Grok 4.5 integrates directly with Cursor. Teams already embedded in Cursor's workflow can access Grok's models as an alternative backend, cherry-picking it for tasks where its pricing or performance advantages apply, while keeping their familiar environment intact. This is a Trojan horse strategy. Get developers using Grok models inside a competitor's IDE, let the quality and cost savings speak for themselves, then gradually pull those users toward Grok build as the native experience matures. It's patient, it's calculated, and it mirrors how many successful developer tools have historically gained adoption. The practical impact for working developers is real but nuanced. Local execution means air-gapped development environments can now use AI coding assistance, a first for many defense, healthcare, and financial institutions. Configurable reasoning effort means teams can build cost-aware automation, route boiler tasks through low-effort mode, escalate architectural decisions to high effort. But developers should approach with clear eyes. Grok 4.5 is competitive, not dominant. Its coding performance on certain benchmarks trails leading models in specific domains. The tooling ecosystem is young. Early adopters will encounter rough edges. Zoom out and the pattern becomes clear. The AI coding tool market is entering its commoditization phase. Models are converging in capability. Pricing is in freefall. The battleground is shifting from whose model is smartest to whose integration is most seamless, most private, and most affordable. xAI's local execution move isn't just a feature update. It's a statement about where they believe the market is heading. Enterprise adoption requires trust. Trust requires control over your data.
By giving developers that control while undercutting on price, xAI is making a bet that access and affordability will win over ecosystem maturity. Whether that bet pays off depends on execution, a fitting irony for a tool called Grok Build.